Hello, friends. Lovely to have you all on this afternoon. Don't know where everyone is. I'm here in Melbourne where it's been a very rainy day. One of those like, oh, do we have to get out of bed kind of days. Maybe if you want, say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're hailing from. Um, that's me. Hello from Melbourne. Yeah, and feel free to jump in on the chat at any time, say hi, ask a question, anything like that. I love to hear from you and feel like I'm not just having a conversation with my computer. So just kind of letting people roll in a little bit. I noticed there was quite a few people signed up yesterday, and we've just got a few rolling in now. We are, oh, someone else in Victoria is here. I'm guessing you probably also have the same weather this morning. And yeah, so we're gonna continue with our meditation series. I'm not sure if people have been to the other ones, but today we're looking at the Lovingkindness Meditation. And I guess I'm going to get started here with a welcome to country. I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands upon which we each stand today. I pay my respects personally to the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation here where I'm at. I would like to pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. I also extend my respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders that are here today. So welcome everyone, and I guess we're gonna slowly get into it. Feel free, if you've just arrived, say hi, say where you're from, let us know all the different people that we're connected to across the country today. And feel free to ask any other questions as well. This is me. I'm one of the psychotherapists here at Uprise. I'm happy to engage if anybody wants to do some coaching or therapy or whatever comes up from you. Would love to, support if there's any questions about what comes up today. And yeah, whether with me or anyone else, take advantage of the sessions that are available to you. So, why are we here in this moment? Not in the existential way, but why are we actually here right now doing this? And I guess I would also love to hear from anyone if they have anything to put out about why they're here. We got a couple folks from Sydney rolling in, saying hi. And yeah, I don't know if anybody has anything to say about why they've shown up today, what brings them to this type of webinar, and maybe what interest you have. Feel free to pipe in. I guess when we talk about meditation in general, we definitely have this element of reducing stress and anxiety that is kind of a part of the package when we're dealing with any type of meditation or mindfulness. So a lot of these practices that we've been working on throughout the last few weeks, they're always going to include that aspect, and then we're also going to kind of include some other aspects. Katie is working on being more present and connected. Exactly. And you know what? We don't need to be in a specific meditation to be in that state. And so I'm hoping that the more we practice and the more we get into these different aspects, the more we can actually bring out that embodied presence, connection, and awareness in our everyday life as well. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about that. What things that actually are specific to this meditation, increasing capacity for forgiveness, that includes yourself and others. That's just why we're saying discovering self-compassion, feeling more deeply connected to the humanity as a whole, and to balance giving and receiving. So whether one or the other feels more challenged for us, this meditation kind of goes into both. And it can actually be helpful because we're going to explore, both sides of that coin. It can be helpful to notice for yourself as you're going through the meditation, whether it feels easier to kind of focus that intention on yourself or others. Yes. So compassion always starts within. The idea behind this is that, like they say when you're on the airplane, we always have to put the oxygen mask on ourselves first. And self-love really can be very difficult, There's also this aspect where it can feel egotistical to prop ourselves up. We talk about this tall poppy syndrome, not wanting to kind of stand out too much or congratulate ourselves too much. So that's a certain aspect, but we really want to take it even deeper than that. How can I really honor myself in the way that I deserved? Hi, Michelle from Sydney. Thanks for piping in. And when I actually connect with myself first, then I create the possibility to really, truly feel compassionate for others. An example of this is sort of, if we have somebody in our lives that is very highly critical, then you would probably notice that that person is even more critical of themselves. Their expectations of themselves and what they need to bring to the table or what they need to in any situation. And, that person might be you. And so in the equal opposite way, the more we're able to find compassion and understanding for ourselves, for the mistakes we make, for our shortcomings in certain situations, and we're able to talk up our superpowers and the things that we're good at and become more aware of them, then the more we're also able to do this with others. The more this naturally transcends, it always kind of has to start inward when we're on that journey of self-discovery. So, this is about allowing yourself to receive. And in the beginning, for some people, just doing the self-compassion part of the meditation is enough. Sometimes that part feels right and we're not necessarily ready to go further, or maybe we're having a hard time really connecting with that part. And so maybe that means we just have to spend a little more time there before we're kind of moving on to the full meditation. So I don't want to, I'm not an expert on Buddhism. So I don't want to come across that I'm trying to be that. But I do think that it's important for us to acknowledge that this meditation is based in the Buddhist concept of compassion. And the Buddhist concept of compassion is maybe a little bit different than our sort of Western Occidental concept of compassion. We're trying to kind of transcend the actual moment by moment. Like, for example, I see somebody in a tough situation, I feel bad. That's compassion. We're going past that. So that's kind of, let's say, empathy or sympathy. And there's a level of a kind of, it's important, I guess, as humans in society to develop that so that we can naturally care for each other and support each other and, raise our babies when they're crying instead of just, tossing them in the bin. So this is something that we've developed over time. We've evolved to have this. But then the next step is this compassion that really includes all things and makes us feel like, oh, I am you and you are me. It's not that I'm feeling bad about your suffering. It's that, I am here bringing everything I can to the table to help raise the frequency and vibration for all beings on this planet. And that doesn't mean that I need to be specifically caught up in each individual situation. I'm able to transcend that because, in a way, those things are actually going to hold me back. They're going to stop me from being able to, kind of have the energy to show up. If we get really caught up in all the suffering that's going on in the world, that can really hold us back from bringing everything that we have to the table. So I don't know if that was a really clear way of describing that, but I guess, it's just a very actively engaged idea of compassion where we feel connected to every individual around this planet. It's free from pain or passion. What I mean by that is it's not really like it's not this feeling that constantly changes with each emotion and each thing, I'm not feeling different depending if somebody walks past me and they're happy or somebody walks past me and they're mad. So in transcending that and feeling a part of something bigger and acknowledging that I am you and you are me and we're all in this together, we create this sort of universal feeling that we're kind of all looking for. So I guess we're going to give it a go. I don't know if anybody has any questions about all of that before we drop into the meditation. Looking forward to sharing. And maybe before we do that, let's just all get present by stretching. Just give yourself a second to connect with your body. The last time we did the meditation, we did the embodied meditation. And I think we recognized that, when we connect with our bodies, we naturally feel more present. So have a twist from side to side. Roll the neck, roll the shoulders, and remember that you can do this at any time at your desk throughout the workday. Just taking a moment to connect with the body. Do you feel a little more present, a little less distracted, a little more grounded? So that's a really good place for us to come from when we enter into the meditation. I don't know if anybody's ever done a yoga class, but that moment when the yoga class ends and you drop into Shavasana, it's like in that moment, it's so easy to drop in and settle. And yet it's harder at other times, right? So that's because we've already connected with the body. We've already linked into the present. So, if you're trying to open up to a meditation practice or something like that, then that moment, maybe if you exercise or go to the gym or go for a run or anything like that, that moment afterwards when you're already feeling really in your body is probably going to be a really great opportunity. Amir has posted, human beings are members of a whole. In creation of one essence and soul, if one member is afflicted with pain, other members uneasy with home on nation. That's lovely. And so, yeah, that's a really great lead into our meditation today. So you can see here, we're going to be talking about loving yourself, loving your family, loving your community, and loving the whole. So now that we've dropped into our bodies, I'm going to offer some words, and you can repeat those words in your head. You can repeat them out loud, whatever feels right to you. You don't have to repeat them at all. Let's see how we go. So holding these words in mind while repeating them to yourself in this moment. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be held in loving kindness. May I feel connected and calm. May I accept myself just as I am. May I know the natural joy of being alive. Now, allowing those words to resonate around in the body, just going to offer them one more time. This time, you know what to expect, so hopefully we can allow ourselves to drop in even deeper and really truly feel these words. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be held in loving kindness. May I feel connected and calm. May I accept myself just as I am. May I know the natural joy of being alive. Really feeling those words, letting them sink in. Now you have the opportunity to open the circle of loving kindness by bringing to mind someone who's dear to you. Someone who you care about, who you find to be supportive, someone who is easy to love. Reflect on the person's basic goodness, sensing what it is about them that makes you feel this way. In your heart, feeling that appreciation. Imagine your heart is an ice cream cone, and the love you feel is melting like ice cream down the sides as you begin this simple offering to them. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you feel my love now. May you accept yourself just as you are. May you know the natural joy of being alive. Now, we've connected with our self-love. We've connected with compassion for someone that we care about. Now there's an opportunity, if it feels right, to expand the circle even further. Include someone you know, but you don't have a particular connection to. Maybe an acquaintance, the person you see at the gas station every day, or someone you walk past on the street who stood out to you. Just a person, but no one that's really close in your life. If it feels right, we're now going to bring this person to mind and offer these words. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you feel my love now. May you accept yourself just as you are. May you know the natural joy of being alive. Just letting that resonate for a moment. Now, this next step, it may feel right, it might not. You have to consider for yourself whether this feels right for you. If it's possible, there is an opportunity to open the circle even further, bringing to mind someone who you are feeling challenged by. It might be something has come between you recently, or it may have always been a difficult relationship. Let's see if it's possible to see this person as a whole being, also deserving of love and kindness. Someone who feels pain and anxiety. Someone who also suffers. Let's see if it's possible to extend this person these words of loving kindness. So follow after me if it feels right. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you feel my love now. May you accept yourself just as you are. May you know the natural joy of being alive. Now, Giving an opportunity here to take this even further, allowing the awareness to continue to expand outwards. The circle grows bigger and bigger. We've started in with ourselves. We've included our loved ones, our acquaintances, and even the people who challenge us. Now we can allow the circle to expand, if it feels right, including all of humanity, the animal kingdom, plants, microorganisms, bacteria, all of the things that are a part of the circle of life here on this planet. Feeling yourself tapped into the consciousness that connects all things, we send these words out to the far reaches of experience. May all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all beings be happy. May all beings awaken and be free. May all beings know the natural joy of being alive. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all the beings in the world live in peace and happiness. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. And now, bringing this practice to a close, we come back into ourselves, remembering we always start inwards. Self-compassion is a platform for compassion to grow outside of ourselves. And the more we support that platform, the more we have to offer outwards into the world. All right, everyone. So slowly coming back, settling into the space. I don't know if anyone has anything they'd like to share that came up through that process. You'll notice we've just posted a feedback form in the chat. If anyone else has to say anything in the chat, was it easier to connect with compassion for others than it was for yourself, or vice versa? Did that bring anything up for you? Was, just anything you might have to share about your process is welcome. There are also some modules on mindfulness in the Uprise app. So if you want to take it a little further, that's definitely possible. To share the words, yeah, that's possible. I'll figure out how it's possible to send that out to the people who are on this list. Also, if you were interested in that and you would like to take it further, search Loving Kindness on YouTube, search it in the Insight Timer app. There are, I'm not the only person who's ever done a Loving Kindness meditation. They are out there. There are quite a few good ones. I think Pema Chodron has a good one. Yeah. So I will look into seeing if I can share the words that I used. But yeah, thanks everyone. I really appreciate you taking the time to join in on this, and so nice to do this together. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna sign off now if no one has any more questions. And please take care, everyone. Have a lovely time. And yeah, I can see that this probably was a little difficult in the office. it's it's kind of it's quite a deep one. So to really drop into that space might be a little more challenging than something that's more body-based or something like that. But even just taking the time to listen and join in, it's definitely useful. So thanks for showing up, everyone, and joining in today. Have a great time, and we'll do another one next month. So take care. All the best. Bye.